It's no surprise that food and beverage industry executives see technology as one of the strongest drivers of future growth. So in this episode, we're talking veggies grown in space, wearables for cows, and a unique twist on 3D printed food. Welcome to In the Mix. Dining on red romaine lettuce may not seem like anything out of this world, but astronauts of the International Space Station would probably beg to differ. While clinking their lettuce leaves together as a celebratory cheers, the astronauts enjoyed produce from their space garden yesterday for the very first time.
Cheers, cheers, cheers.
The harvest comes from NASA's VEG-01 experiment, which essentially studies how plants grow in orbit. The onboard greenhouse, called LADA, has been aboard the ISS since 2002, but astronauts have not been able to enjoy their science experiments until now. The project could potentially give astronauts on future missions the ability to grow their own meals and not just vegetables. But while space veggies look and taste like the real deal, they do still need to be cleaned with sanitizing wipes before crunching into the fresh leaves. Sounds appetizing. Fitbits are all the rage among millennials, tracking step counts, heart rate fluctuations, and even sleep patterns. But humans aren't the only ones sporting fitness trackers anymore. Move over, because wearables are now making their way into farm animals. Researchers are testing how accelerometers, the same device inside fitness monitors that measure a person's activity levels, can be used to detect disease in beef cattle. Farmers have a strong history of turning to cutting-edge technologies to help in their operations. But while dairy farmers have turned to robotic milkers and computer-controlled food bunkers, beef cattle operations have been slow to transition to the new technologies. But that is all about to change, as the fitness monitor's ability to spot disease early could be a real benefit for both dairy and beef industries. The wearables would collect information about how much time cows spend eating, chewing their cud, resting, and moving around. Unfortunately, the technology is not quite ready for regular use in beef herds yet. But good news for farmers, the technology could still potentially be used as a research tool, allowing scientists to study larger groups of animals more efficiently, and hopefully in the near future, prevent disease from spreading too far.
Food is a relatively new territory for 3D printers, but that didn't stop me from serving up an unusual culinary treat. The food scientists say they wanted to create menu items for the elderly patients that aren't able to chew and typically have to eat purees. And what better way to do that than by turning mush into food? Assembled from vegetables or meats that have been cooked and blended into a puree, the 3D printed items will have the original shapes of their ingredients. The textures, however, will be quite different and similar to that of jelly. The brains behind the meals say this is an opportunity to provide something more appetizing than mushed carrots or pork. Not only will the TNO printer be able to lower the risk of choking by creating softer foods, it will also allow food scientists to adjust the consistency and firmness of foods depending on certain customer needs. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on In the Mix.